Tegan, we are in social studies class now, so you're going to want to take out your social studies magazine. It looks like this, the regions of North America. And everybody else, do you have this open? Okay. We want to open up to, well, so there's the cover, and then there's page 1 and 2. 3 and 4 are white, and then 5 and 6 is where we are, and it looks like this: bodies of water. Bodies of water.
Do, 6 and 7. We didn't do
all of them?
all of them.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay.
We did one of them on.
Okay, we did some of them. Okay. All right. First, we are going to start with the Bible verse for social studies, and I should probably hop out of the way. Addie, question?
I was just wondering if I could read it.
Oh, okay. Sure. Hold on a minute. All right. Social studies Bible verse. Ready, set, begin. Acts 5, verse 29. We must obey God rather than man. All right. So we are open up. What did I call that? 6 and 7?
Yeah.
Okay. The bodies of water. And then I believe I'm presenting my screen. Actually, I'm not presenting my screen, so I should turn that on. Sorry, Tegan, missed the Bible verse. I'm sure you heard it, though. All right, now I am presenting my screen. All right, bodies of water. Okay, so let's just take a minute and look at it, and then I'll call in Addie to read her favorite one, or the one that looks most interesting. What do you think we should always read first? Addie, what do you think?
The bodies of water.
The bodies of water heading, which is actually at the bottom of this page. Sometimes it's at the top. Addie, is that what you would like to read, or did you want to read something different?
I'll read this.
Okay, go ahead. Bodies of water. Do you see where we are? Bottom left corner, bodies of water. Follow along while Addie reads out loud.
Imagine a time before airplanes, cars, trains, and even paved roads. How would you get around? Travel over land on dirt roads by foot or horse-drawn wagon would be slow and difficult. What if the roads were muddy or covered in snow? In bad weather, travel could be nearly impossible. Before paved roads, the easiest and often quickest way to move people and goods was usually by boat. As a result, cities and towns often grew along mere water bodies. Nearly 4 out of every 10 people in the U.S. live in a county that touches the coast. Many more live along rivers and lakes. Can you think of other reasons why people might want to live near a body of water?
Why might people want to live near a body of water? Annika?
Because it looks pretty.
It looks pretty. It is beautiful. Another reason, Mallory?
Chicken.
Beauty. Okay. Julia?
So they can fish or swim.
Okay, going fishing, swimming. So swimming for fun, fishing for food. Addie?
To get around.
Transportation reasons. It's easier to maybe get on a lake or a river. It's easier to travel. You have kind of a clear path, as long as it's good weather, right? Annika?
To catch other food.
Catch other food. Okay, so crabs, shrimp, other types of seafood. So food in the water. Yes, the sea is bountiful. All right. Volunteer, raise your hand. We're going to read through the pictures, and then they have they kind of tell you what the picture is, don't they? Braylon, what would you like to read?
The rain that falls down by the picture.
The rain that falls down by the picture. So bottom right, I bet it's going to have something to do with the water cycle. Go ahead, Braylon.
Rain that falls on a watershed flows into small streams, then bigger streams, then into a river. Rivers flow into bigger rivers. Eventually, they flow to the ocean. Smaller rivers or streams that flow into a larger river are called.
Give it a try. Short I, tributaries, yes. Go ahead.
Tributaries. A large river and its tributaries are called a river system.
All right, vocab words. There's 2 in what Braylon just read for us to highlight. Take out your highlighter. If you don't have a highlighter at your desk, that's okay. You could underline it instead if you prefer. Let's see. Who can raise their hand and tell me one? Tell me just one of the 2 vocab words. Ellie?
Watershed.
Watershed is in the last sentence. A watershed is also known as a drainage basin. And what is the other vocab word, Annika?
Tributary.
Tributaries is the other vocab word. Highlight that as well. So we're looking for those vocab words. And they kind of give us, they tell us the word and they tell us the definition within the context. And we're going to highlight just the vocab word. All right. Ada, what would you like to read next?
The Great Salt Lake.
The Great Salt Lake, that's over on the left-hand side.
The Great Salt Lake is the west of the Mississippi River. The lake is salty because rain washes salt and it makes it quick. The water evaporates and the lake is 4 to 5 times saltier than the ocean. The waves make it very easy but don't get that salty water.
4 to 5 times saltier than the ocean. And because of the salt in the water, it makes it easier for you to float in it. All right. Haley, what would you like to read next? The Mississippi River. All right. That's underlined in blue. Go ahead.
The Mississippi is one of the longest rivers in the world. The watershed of the Mississippi River spans 40% of the contiguous United States. And the river has been a huge occasion.
Very good. And transportation was one of the things we mentioned about why people live by water. Courtney.
Gulf of Mexico.
Gulf of Mexico at the bottom. Was there a vocab word?
Contiguous or
contiguous. We talked about that one yesterday, so I think we're good to move on. All right, go ahead, Courtney. Gulf of Mexico.
A gulf is a large area of ocean or sea that extends into the land. The Gulf of Mexico is an important ecological economic history. The benefits include beaches, ports, fishing, underwater.
There's a vocab word in there. Did you see it? Julia? No? Nathan? You see the vocab word? Mallory? No? Who said the vocab word? Blurt it out. Gulf. Golf. Not the kind of golf like the sport you play, right? Right? That one's spelled differently. That's G-O-L-F, the sport with the little round ball. A gulf is a large area of the ocean or sea that extends into land. So it almost looks like that area of sea or ocean cuts into the land between Florida and Texas. All right. Julia, what would you like to read next?
Great Lakes.
Great Lakes at the top in pink.
The 5 Great Lakes, Superior, Michigan, Huron, Erie, and Ontario, are among the world's largest freshwater lakes. The lakes connect to each other and then to the St. Lawrence River. This forms an important inland waterway linking the Midwest to the Atlantic Ocean.
Oh, raise your hand if you've been to Duluth, Minnesota. Duluth, Minnesota is at the tip of Lake Superior. And if you can kind of see where Minnesota is on the map, the tip of Lake Superior touches Minnesota. So you could get in a boat in Duluth, Minnesota, go through the Great Lakes, and then, which attach to the St. Lawrence River, and use the river and get all the way to the ocean. We in Minnesota, by Duluth, are connected to the Atlantic Ocean.
Wow.
Wow. That's why if you've been to Duluth, you see the big ships. They can ship all over the world because they can just go through the Great Lakes and go on the St. Lawrence River and get into the ocean, and then they can go all around the oceans in the world. Yeah. Next time you're in Duluth and you see a ship come in, try and see if you can see on the ship where that ship is from. Sometimes I think it's printed on the front and the back of the boat. And also there's that museum there. They have like a TV screen that tells you where the ship is coming from. Yeah, it's fun. All right. Let's see, Jordan. What would you like to read next? Puget Sound, top left, orange.
An inlet is a small part of a body of water that extends into the shoreline. A sound is a large, deep ocean inlet. Puget Sound in the state of Washington is one of the best known sounds in the U.S. Washington State capital city is
Olympia.
Olympia, and is one the city Seattle both lie on Puget Sound.
There were two vocab words in what she just read. Annika, tell me one. Sound. Now, it's not the sound you hear with your ear. It is spelled the same way, S-O-U-N-D. A sound, highlight it, is a large, deep ocean inlet. So where the ocean comes in to a narrow area and it's really deep. If it's really deep, can big boats go in? Top left. Okay. What is the second vocab word in what Jordan read? Addie.
I'm not sure, but I have
You have a question? Comment? Go ahead.
When I was in Duluth one year, we went in this lighthouse. We had to go in a lighthouse.
Split Rock Lighthouse, maybe?
I'm not sure. We went to a couple of them.
Oh,
But
okay.
only one of them we got to go in at like in the evening. We got to see a boat take off and then come in. So like they switched. So like one boat was traveling and then came back, and then another one took off to go deliver stuff. And it was really cool to see the lighthouse.
Cool. All right. Second vocab word. Petra, do you know which one?
Inlet.
Inlet. Very good. And that's right in the first sentence. Inlet. I like the word inlet. An inlet is a small part of a body of water that extends into the shoreline. Extends into the shoreline. So if you look at the map, it's a small part of a body of water. Inlet. It's going into the continent, right? Now on this map, it looks kind of big, right? But compared to the ocean, is it small? Yeah. Compared to the ocean, it's pretty small. All right. We have two left. Remember, nobody's crying if you don't get one. Okay? Mallory, next reader, please. What do you want to do?
Even today here.
Oh, the picture of the sailboat?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Even today there are many places in the U.S. without many roads and remote Alaskan villages, and a river can take the place of the highway. People travel on the river by boat in summer and with snowmobiles over the ice in winter. Houses often face the water instead of the street.
Oh, interesting. So again, transportation again. Did we see vocab words in there? Okay, I didn't either. All right, last one, Annika.
The one with the like big red lip.
Yep, continental divide. Right in the middle, red. Go ahead.
Rain that falls east of this line flows into rivers that empty into the Gulf of Mexico, Atlantic Ocean, or Arctic Ocean. Rain that falls west of this line flows into other rivers. They drain to the Great Basin or the Pacific Ocean.
Oh, so that line goes down the continent. It's called the continental divide because it divides the continent. And if rain falls on the east side of that line, pretty much it goes east. Maybe it goes down the rivers to the Mississippi River, and then the Mississippi River dumps into the Gulf of Mexico. Or even farther east of that, rivers might drain into the Atlantic Ocean, or it might even go north into the Arctic Ocean. Okay, so if the rain falls east of that line, it pretty much moves east or south. If it falls west of that line, it's going into the Great Basin where it stays and evaporates because it's very dry there, or it goes into the Pacific Ocean. Okay. Yeah. Is that what our picture was on the front page?
What? It kind of changed
The slide? Oh, yeah.
the continental divide is kind of
You're going to take the first, third and fourth grade, third grade out or in or?
We're going outside. Is it their time already? Oh, wow. Okay. All right.
We missed
You want me to
science.
take, just let them go out?
No.
Yeah, yeah, and I'll be out. I need like 2 minutes before I'll be out. Okay.
Oh.
All right. So Tegan, we only got through this page. I thought we had an hour. Oh, wait.
got the time wrong. You do. That's okay. I just have one.
Okay. All right. Gonna say bye, Tegan.
Bye.
Bye, Tegan.
Bye. Bye.
All right. That's good. Bye, Tegan.